Tuesday, August 12, 2016. It's going to be remembered as one of the most anticipated, yet dissatisfied gaming release days ever. And we can thank Hello Games for that. See, that was the day that No Man's Sky released for PC.
What is up, everybody? That's right, it's your boy Bloodstalker, and we're back with another update about an update to come. Yeah, I don't think I've done one of those before, so this is like a new thing. Yeah, what we're going to talk about today is No Man's Sky. I'm a big fan of the game. I talk a lot of trash about it because it's funny. The game in itself, it became a debacle in the gaming industry. For those of you who don't remember the fateful day, it was released early on PlayStation. It was released in North America on August 9th and in Europe on August 10th. It didn't release till PC until August 12th in North America and in Europe all over. Worldwide on August 12th. 3 days technically after some people already had the game. And I didn't have PlayStation 4, so I waited for it on PC. I prepaid for the game, so as soon as I got it, I started downloading it. I will tell you, I was really excited for the game. Why? Because at the time, I was trying to grow my channel. This is back in August. This is back in the beginning of Bloodstalker 101. This is back when I was just really bad at YouTube. That's kind of what we're watching right now. This is actual footage from when I played the game on the channel. The videos aren't monetized because I used copyrighted music on some of them. I didn't really care back then. I just kind of made weird shit. That's the best way to describe it. If you feel like venturing down that rabbit hole, make sure you have something to assist you in your travels, I guess is the best way to say it. I don't care what you do, what your poison is, but pick one and enjoy. That's all I can say. Anyway, but No Man's Sky released. When it did hit the PC finally, 3 days later, there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of bugs. A lot of people had trouble recording with. There's a lot of people that had problems with audio crashing. It wasn't getting the frames, even though some people had just awesome rigs. All sorts of things happened. And then the realization that everything that was promised by somebody who worked, one of the creators and designers of the game, yeah, it didn't have everything it was supposed to. It didn't have multiplayer. All the animals looked the same on all the planets, no matter how many times you went to a planet. They actually got sued. They did get sued for false advertisement, if you didn't know that. Some other crazier things that happened. I mean, it's insane. They actually had to go to court and defend themselves. Steam changed the refund policy for this game exclusively. Now, when it did come out, I mean, you have to understand this. Up to release, the game sold over 280,000 copies, I believe. Around 280,000. Now, how many got refunded after the fact? Nobody knows because it's not public figures. But based on what happened afterwards, I'm sure a lot happened. I mean, when you look back on that situation, we thought No Man's Sky was going to be done. In the first update, they added vehicles to the game. Or no, they didn't add vehicles. In the first update, they added building of bases. You're able to build a base, establish an area for yourself to operate out of. You didn't have to kind of like live on your ship or whatnot. They added some other graphical changes and fixes and things like that. The next biggest update was adding vehicles to the game. Water vehicles, land vehicles, just smaller vehicles you could use to maneuver the planets you're on. Now, how you're supposed to carry those around with you, then that wasn't discussed. But they were moving in the right direction. It was a good point. It's a good step. Now, what happened after that? Well, when they did all this, they went quiet for a while. And there's been some bubble, toil, and trouble, whatever you want to say, that's come out about the game. And the promise was multiplayer was coming in this next update. And I love that, the next update. I love that. It's a double entendre. I don't know why they did that, but they did it. Basically, now multiplayer is available. If you watch the trailer, I don't care if you loved the game or hated the game. When you watch the trailer for the next update, you're going to be like, holy crap. It looks amazing. It really does. There's now underwater action. There's a ton of things added to the game in this next update. If you don't have the game, I don't know if it's still on sale. I think summer sale's over. You need to get it somehow. Lie, steal, beg, borrow, and steal to get it. I don't know, but you need to get No Man's Sky before the update comes out because it's going to be a blast. Multiplayer now, it's going to have everything that it was supposed to have. Now, what a lot of people don't really get, though, is what happened to No Man's Sky. What caused the issues? Well, everybody kind of blamed it on, I can't remember his name, but one of the guys who just went on a media tour telling everybody it had this, and this. I mean, it was insane. Nobody really knew what to take of it and why he was acting like that. But after the game released and everything went nuts, people kind of blew him off and he disappeared. He disappeared for quite a while. Now, like I was saying, Steam created a whole new policy with this game. After about 48 hours and everything started hitting the media, people complained, people demanded refund who played like 10 hours of it, and because basically you're told you had to play more of the game in order to see all this new stuff. There's people who played 70 hours of it that never saw new animals or creatures in the game. They got mad, which I can understand that. So Steam enacted a policy that no matter how many hours you played, you could refund the game. Now, they only had that going for a certain period of time, but they did allow a vast amount of refunds. But like I said, you can't ever figure that out because it's not public knowledge. No one really knows the full scale of damage that was done. We know that it was only released on PlayStation for console, but with the next update, guess what else is getting it? Xbox One, which I think is pretty cool. I'm glad they're finally getting it. Now, what really caused the debacle of this? I mean, you had two developers, Hello Games, that should have put a game out in early access and added all this content on, and the next update that's coming out right now should have been the full release of it. But had things not happened the way they were, would we have gotten what we got? Is ultimately what we're getting out of this game, is it better than what it could have been back then 2 years ago? I think it probably is, to be honest with you. For me, the honest truth is this. We always get passionate and we always get, hardcore about what we do and enjoy. Our hobbies are our hobbies. They're the one thing that we can own in our life and we can truly say we're responsible for. No matter what your hobby is, whether it be gaming, baseball, sports, athletics, working out, going to the gym, going for walking, whatever your hobby is your own. Nobody can take that away from you. We kind of take them personally, especially in the gaming world. If you promise us something in the gaming world, chances are if you don't deliver, we're just gonna come back at it. We're gonna start a new world order against it. We're gonna take down the corporate machine that screwed us over and put them beneath our knees, put our heels on their heads, and make them beg. No, realistically, we won't physically do that. We'll just talk a lot of shit. We'll get on messages and just talk shit back and forth. We'll go to Reddit. That's where it'll all get settled. But anyway, with everything that's happened with No Man's Sky, the game still is a fun game. I did a lot of content on it. The why the game and why I'm doing this video and talking about it is, number one, when No Man's Sky came out, I started alluding this to begin the video, that I was really starting to come into my own on my channel. I got better quality equipment. I was making better videos. The content still wasn't as great. I wasn't funny back then. I didn't become funny until I started acting like myself. I was trying to be a personality, and people probably think I'm lying right now, but I was trying to be a personality, a YouTuber, doing it back that way. And I tried to be, calm. I didn't want to come across cocky. I had someone call me cocky one time, and I am cocky. You don't like me being cocky, then deal with it. I don't know why I took offense to it back then, but the old me did. Who I was 2 years ago when this game came out was a totally different person. Now I'm looking at it, and I'm where I'm at today. And this game is coming back out. It comes full circle. I always laugh and I always make the comment, and I truly kind of do believe this. Things happen for a reason. I'm not saying that some miracle or some power is in making this happen just for me. Not for little old me. But timing's everything. What can I say? When the game originally released, I immediately started playing with it. I jumped out there, started making content, and it was the hardest couple of first videos I ever made. When I first made my first video on No Man's Sky, the audio would not sync up with it through my recording software because there was something wrong with the game. Could not tell you why, but the footage as it recorded, because the frame rate was so jacked up, the graphical issues, it just wouldn't record. It would record and it would skip the audio, so the audio would come in late. So I had to clip it. I had to clip the audio, clip some of the video in order to get the audio to make sense. And if you go back, and I would say watch the first one. Don't watch the intro, skip into the video. But the fact that I was able to sync it up like I did, I think I did a damn good job, to be honest with you. Because otherwise, when you're pointing at something and talking about it, and you're saying it 10 minutes later, yeah, that's kind of bad. But anyway, when the game came out, I was excited. I was like, this game, it's brand new. Everybody's wanting to see it. This will get me a chance, like Ark did for so many other YouTubers back when it first came out. Yeah, that didn't happen. I didn't get people coming to me in droves. I did get a lot of views at the time, I got a couple hundred views on it. When you have 32 subscribers and you get a video that gets like 200 or 300 views, you get all giddy and excited. You feel like a schoolgirl getting asked out to the prom. I shit you not. So for me, the failure of No Man's Sky kind of hurt a little bit. I took it a little personal. I kept playing the game. I actually played it after it, never posted any more content. The only next 2 videos I would do on the game, which were the foundation update and the which I believe is the fielding and the vehicle update. Those are the only 2 videos I did. After that, I uninstalled it and walked away from it. I put it to the side. I didn't walk away from it for good because I knew eventually another update was going to be coming out. They'd been talking about multiplayer in it back in the foundation and the other updates, and eventually it was going to be in there. You know, I think a lot of us took it with a grain of salt. I mean, you know, the fact that, number one, the ASA actually kicked off an investigation against him back in the day when it first came out for false advertisement. The way the game got advertised on Steam, it received 23 complaints for that, and about 10 or so specific things that weren't in the game, like we talked about earlier. That right there kind of brought some attention to him. ASA contacted Hello Games that time to talk to him about it, and they had some reviews and some complaints, and they explained everything to him. They ended up ruling actually in favor of No Man's Sky. Now, the only reason I think they won this was because, number one, if they would have lost it would have been a huge precedent in the gaming industry, and it probably would have been a bad one for the gaming industry. It would have killed it. It could have probably started potentially killing it because of some of the games that have come out since then. We will never forget No Man's Sky. There's always going to be other games that fail just as bad as it does, but No Man's Sky failed in such an epic fashion. They fought off a lawsuit after lawsuit. They had so many problems. When the game was started out with No Man's Sky as the name, they got a possible infringement using the word sky. I don't see how you can't use a word. That's ridiculous. But anyway, they went through a lot of stuff. Now, after they went through all this stuff, they talked about and highlighted these points of why they won the lawsuit. And this is basically what won them, what caused them to be ruled in their favor that they didn't commit false advertising. Now, one of the things that people argued about was the user interface and aiming systems. Now, Hello Games said the appearance changed, but not the operation of it. Now, they made it look different, I guess, from what the original trailer video looked like. The ASA said while the interface design underwent cosmetic change since the ad footage, the ASA seems that the superficial and incidental components in relation to the core gameplay mechanics and features are fine. They didn't uphold that one. Missing structures. Video was provided showing buildings and structures similar to those seen in the ads, including large bodies of water. ASA, the structures are consistent with what was shown in the ads, not upheld. And I mean, that to me, I didn't think that was a big serious deal. The one thing, though, was the large-scale battles. I did have one instance in one of my games where I ran across a fleet, and it looked like they weren't fighting, though. I don't know if I could have fought all of them. I was in my spaceship, which was small compared to their big, giant ships. I would have lost miserably. Animal behavior. After I started new games, I would see different creatures. But if I stayed in an existing game for long periods of time, I would not really see too many new ones. I think that got fixed, and I think they recognized that as an issue, and they updated, I guess, the frequency, how you would see them in different worlds. I don't know. The other thing that was big was graphics quality. That didn't get upheld either. Speed of galaxy warping. The one thing that did kind of suck was it took a while to warp between some of them. They took 16, 20. I had some take 20, 30, for almost a minute going through warp, and I just cut it out of the video, but it was still insane. Loading screens, I don't understand what they said about that, the warp screen or whatever. Trade convoys. Yeah. I ran into that. So I don't know. I mean, the list went on, and they ended up they ruled in their favor, which was beneficial to No Man's Sky and Hello Games. Now, my personal opinion of it, all this probably wouldn't have been rushed into production or rushed to be put out had Sony not been involved. Sony is not primarily known to play with early access developers and games for the console. They want something that's finished product and complete, which is kind of funny seeing how some AAA title games come out and they constantly take updates because there's problems with them. Yeah, I just said that. Anyway, PlayStation wanted the game completely released. Now, I don't know if they argued that point or not. I don't think anybody would. The only people that worked there and those guys who set up the deal with them did it. But Sony helped publish it for them and got it out there for them quickly. The fact that it came out on console early pissed a lot of people off too. That always puts a salty taste in people's mouth, but it is what it is. Well, I think I've talked enough. The only thing I can say is this. With No Man's Sky bringing out this huge update, how do you guys feel about it? How many of you guys bought the game, played it on release, and then refunded it? I mean, I'm not going to judge you for it. I kept it because I liked it. I wasn't upset. I did not follow this game as hardcore as a lot of people did from 2013 up. I didn't start following the game until about 2 months before it came out. I wasn't really into gaming until I didn't get back into gaming until late 2015. So I wasn't key on all this stuff. I didn't know half of what the games that were out there. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm a lot different than I used to be. Anyway, with all this being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a short one, apologize for that. I wanted to do this video and it takes a lot of time to edit. So that's why it's one reason why it's so short. And two, because No Man's Sky to me, it's an important part of that defines my YouTube career, honestly. What it's going to mean moving forward, I have no idea. It's probably going to do the same thing it did the first time. Not a damn thing. But I don't care. I don't look to the game to make the channel. I look to me to make the channel. And that's the key part. That's why I don't grow fast, is because I'm trying to get better at this and be a funnier person. Slowly and slowly, more and more, my real personality leaks out in this until the point, I think I'm just going to start being me on these videos. I'm going to stop trying to tone back who I really am. I'm an asshole, so I'm going to be an asshole. I won't be mean to you guys. I love all you. You guys are awesome. You make this fun as hell. Yeah, I probably cussed enough that I'm probably going to get demonetized. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know what to do. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up for me. If it's your first time stopping by, I don't typically do videos like this, so don't judge me based on this. Or if you liked it, judge me all you want. I do great stuff. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me if you don't mind, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, come back for more. Anyway, you know who I've been. I've been your boy Bloodstalker. This has been the road to No Man's Sky next update. Ugh, can't wait. Are you going to be ready for it? Because it's coming out soon. Anyway, till next time, you know the drill. Peace out, y'all.